the B team is here. We're back, and we got our buddy here, Jarey Elder. Yes, sir.
Recurring guest now.
Yeah.
What's up? What's up?
So Jarey was on the show probably like a couple months ago, and this was before the season, USFL New Orleans, before they started. Now they just had their first game, and of course they got the dub. So shout out to you guys. So, well, I guess we'll start. Your thoughts on the game? How was it getting on the field, back on the field, first game?
Yeah, it's nothing like being on the field, of course, after a long off season, and because like our season is short, it's only 4 months, so we got a longer off season than typical, like with the NFL and everything. So it was good to be back out there, and training camp. It seems long, but it went by super quick. So just the expectations of the team, and obviously everybody thinks their team is good. Everybody thinks they had a good camp. So going into week one and just kind of seeing what it's going to be like we knew our talent on both sides of the ball. We knew what we had. It's just who's going to come out there and perform. And I think we did a good job responding to the little adversity we dealt with in the game and coming out victorious.
So what's the pregame routine look like, and what are some what are you listening to? What artist? What's the pregame? We'll get you hyped up.
My pregame routine isn't too crazy. I come into the stadium early. I go out on the field, do my own little like warm up that pretty much stay the same. Do a little light stretch, just look through. They posted a video not too long ago of Russell Wilson kind of visualizing what he will see in the game and like visualizing throws without the ball in his hand. And I kind of do something similar to that. I started doing it in college. I just kind of visualize plays I make, go through the film that I watch, and like, all right, this guy's probably going to break here. If they come out in this set, what am I seeing? Visualize myself making tackles and being in a certain spot. So that's kind of like that part. Then I go back in, get dressed, and get ready to go. But artist-wise, when I first get to the stadium or walking into the stadium, I gotta have A Boogie on my headphones. I don't know what it is. It's
that's
like
a good one though.
Yeah, just like a little bit of mellow R&B rap style, like mixing. I like having A Boogie in my headphones. I've been like that since I think I started doing that my sophomore year of college, and it's just something that works for me. And then once it gets cranked up to a game time, I just throw my phone on shuffle, and it's really just the music's just background noise. I'm just thinking about balling at that point.
Mm-hmm. So now with so again, like kind of back on the pregame routine now. So what do you do beforehand, either the day before or a couple days before, like diet wise? Like what are you kind of eating to prepare for the game? What are you avoiding? What does that look like for you?
I feel like in season I eat pretty clean to begin with, so I don't really change too much. The day before, as long as I get some sort of protein and pasta or rice, I'm fine. 2 days before, it's really anything. Like I said, I eat pretty clean for the most part, so my diet doesn't really switch up. Something I like to do 2 days before a game though is go get a massage, just to let my body get a chance to relax. And also, I do it 2 days before, not the day before, because just give my body the time to recover from the massage to that following day. So 2 days before a game, get the massage, and then kind of just keep the diet consistent. The day of a game, though, sometimes it's hard for me to eat. Like with my nerves, butterflies and stuff, I'm not really hungry a lot of times. So I try to just force feed myself some pasta or anything that I have. Like with our pregame meal, I think we had pasta and some steak and stuff for this game. So just forcing some of that stuff down so I have energy for the game.
Good choice.
Oh yeah. So now let's go back a month before the game. What is your I'm just kidding. We're not going to do that. No, but I did see the pregame fit when I was looking through them. Like yours was definitely one of the top ones, and I saw the shirt. So it's funny that before the show we were talking about the Eagles and Kazir and everything. So I mean, the pregame fit has to be good. I remember when I was playing for Flower City, like we always posted pregame fits. So yeah, this Italian dude that would go crazy. He'd go buy like fake Gucci stuff and throw that on. But no, how much time do you give it actual thought, or do you just go dress like, yeah, I'm going to the game?
I don't give it too much thought. I like wearing brands that of people that I know that have companies and everything. I'm a shout out 422 brand. That's my brother and sister-in-law's brand. I'm a shout out Feed Love. Like I try to wear people's brands that I know, or a friend of mine has a friend that has a brand, and I'll go and buy their stuff to wear. So I kind of try to give shout outs that way, because I know like it might help them. Somebody might see what I'm wearing and like it. That shirt that I wore yesterday actually was so Kazir's little sister Kaye, she got the shirts made for the Super Bowl game. and I didn't go to the Super Bowl, but obviously I bought one of the shirts to wear, and I was like, my first game this season, that's the shirt I'm walking out in. So like I knew I was wearing that shirt for months now at this point. So it's just something that like I was definitely excited to put that shirt on, and I have another one shirt that's dedicated to Kaiser and his older brother Kevin that I'm gonna wear later on. It's a hockey jersey I'm gonna bring out later on, but I don't put too much time into it. But it is fun. Some dudes like fully decked out, all kind of designer, dripped out, everything. That's not me. I'm not. It's not too much that goes into it. It just look clean, look classy, feel good, look good, play good.
No, I like that. That's a Dion. Who was it? It was Dion that said that, right?
Yeah, yeah,
They pay good, something like that.
yeah.
You're about the business on the field, man. It's different.
You said what?
You're about the business on the field. You don't care how you look.
Exactly. I mean, I do a little bit. I do a little bit. A little bit goes into it.
Yeah. Well,
Let's get into that game.
Yes. Okay. So I watched pretty much the whole game, and I'm not going to throw anyone under the bus. Both O lines, first game, it was a little rusty. You can tell. I mean, credit to your defense and credit to Pittsburgh's defense. They played really well. But I mean, even both teams, when your quarterback, Bethel Thompson, and the other guy, when they had time to throw in the pocket, they were making throws, especially Bethel Thompson. I mean, I think he had a really good game, and
AKA Fitzpatrick.
Huh?
AKA Fitzpatrick.
AKA Fitzpatrick. But yeah, I mean, defense showed out both sides. I counted 8 field goals. That was a very gritty, hard-nosed defensive type of game. And it was a very big special team type of game. So
for sure.
What do you credit your coaches for kind of like developing that game plan? Like what worked for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, defensively, our game plan never really changed too much. Our D coordinator, Johnson, he's really big on pressure and getting after the other opposing offense and everything. So we stuck to our guns. We stuck to what we do. I think we've only had one touchdown scored on our defense in the past like 4 games or so that we've played. So just sticking to what we do. And offensively, Coach John DeFilippo, it's his first time being a head coach and O coordinator and everything at this level. So he's also got to get used to the way he wants to do things. He's also building a comfortability level with the quarterback too. So offense has a lot to it, and our offense has a lot to it. So they're learning each other. They're getting more and more comfortable. And as the games go on and the weeks go on, I feel like you're just going to keep seeing our offense take steps. It's like camp was only 3 weeks, so these guys have only been together truly for 3 weeks. So they're still learning each other, what they like, do's and don'ts for each other. So I think they're gonna keep growing. Our quarterback, he's a baller, man. Like he won the Grey Cup in Canada last year. That was the second Grey Cup. Played 6 years up there. He's got a lot of experience. So being able to be around a guy like that, he's a true pro, a true vet. Get to learn so much and just absorb so much knowledge from him. It's a real good experience for me.
Muller, you got anything?
Oh, I didn't know if you were gonna follow up on. All right.
Yeah, we gotta get a cue on that or something.
We need a cue call. We gotta start figuring
like
that
a
out.
wave. We always just like look at each other. We're like, you got it. Go next. I don't want to hog it too much though.
No, yeah. Just piggybacking off what Mike was saying. I mean, a lot of people, when I was looking through the comments on both the stream and then you look at stuff after the game on the post, like a lot of people are saying your defense is one of the best in the league. I mean, it was last year, and I could see why it was just watching this year's game. I mean, is that your goal each year? Just like no touchdowns? Because it didn't seem like they got even close. I mean, there was one play, I think, in the first half where they threw it deep, and I saw you calling out of bounds. I agreed with you, and you ended up holding them to a field goal. I mean, you guys didn't really give up much at all throughout the game.
Yeah, I think they had a total of like 160 yards. Really, our goal is just to stay consistent in what we do, really. Like, it's just not having to change what we do, win on first down, adjust on second down, and get off the field on money down, which is third down. So just trying to stick to our guns and stay consistent in what we do. We know the talent level we have on the defensive side of the ball. You see what our D-line and linebackers are able to do, and that just makes our job in the secondary that much easier. Those guys up front are beasts. They were beasts last year, and I think we even took a step this year, and we'll continue to get better. But yeah, just sticking to what we do. As long as we can keep doing that, we'll be fine. And obviously, each game is going to present its own challenges, and each offense will bring us something different, whether it's in the run or pass game. But as long as we study the film and understand the formations and what they're throwing at us, we'll be fine.
Yeah, especially talking about what they throw at you. Did you realize there was a cameraman in the middle of the game? You guys blocked the field goal.
Yeah, when I was watching the replay, I looked. I'm like, whoa, like how is he there? That dude is a real athlete because he's able to run out the way with the camera in his hand. And those
He
cameras
almost
aren't
got
light.
run
So
over.
yeah, those
A
cameras are
yard
not
away
light.
from getting a hit stick.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to shout out my guy Val there because I was running right behind him on the left side, and if he would just tossed it over his left shoulder on the left side instead of tossing it right, I think I would have took his six down the left sideline. So I already made some jokes to him about that, but we could have got six there.
Yeah. I also noticed when I know Pittsburgh, they returned a punt return for a touchdown. There was a little drone that kind of followed him.
Yeah.
I was watching, I was like, is that a bird? Is that I thought it was a bird. And then I see off another replay, it was a drone. I'm like, wow, like I've never seen that before in a game. That was pretty incredible.
Yeah, that's kind of like something the USFL tries to be like innovative with. No one else uses drones during football games, and they have them flying around the whole time. You get used to it. Last year, at first, it was like what is this annoying buzzing sound? Like, what is this thing? You looking around, you hear it flying around you, but you get used to it. And now I don't even think I noticed it really on the field anymore.
Yeah, I had so the field, are all the games kind of played at those few locations? Is that
Yeah, so
kind of
last year, we were all in Birmingham, so all 8 teams are down here. Now there's 2 teams here: it's New Orleans and Birmingham, and then the Memphis Showboats and the Houston Gamblers are in Memphis, and they're playing at Memphis University. And then the teams in Canton, Ohio, are the Jersey Generals and the Pittsburgh Maulers are both up there. They're playing at the Hall of Fame Stadium.
yeah.
And then the last 2 teams, Philly and Michigan, are playing at the Lions Stadium. So we're spread out between those 4 cities this year. So that's a little difference where we have to actually travel now compared to last year with all 8 teams being in the same city.
So do you enjoy that more, or would you rather what was happening last year where there's less travel?
I think I like to travel. I think our first 3 games are here in Birmingham, so it's not. I think we only have to travel 3 or 4 times before playoffs. So, it's nice being able to travel and play somewhere new, see somewhere different, playing in front of some new fans, and it's good for the league to expand their name, and it's also good for us players to expand our name as well. So there's not just people in Birmingham getting a chance to see us. Like obviously people are watching on TV, but that little kid that might be a fan of somebody on New Orleans that lives in Ohio, and it's his first chance he gets to see somebody that he's a fan of play in front of him, whether it's Ohio or a neighboring state. I think that's really cool to bring the teams closer because, like, you guys got a Dallas Cowboys flag on the wall, like, and that's in Pennsylvania. You know what I mean? So when they come to the Eagles, get to see the Cowboys play and everything like that. It's kind of bringing that same aspect to the USFL as well.
Yeah, I didn't let all the crazies down at Westchester change me. My guns, even when they won the Super Bowl, had my Zeke jersey on. Dumb to see.
Yeah, I know that was tough for you.
Oh yeah. It was okay though. It was tough because you had not Pittsburgh. You had who was it? The Patriots on the other side. So it's like you don't want Tom Brady to keep winning, but yeah, it was tough.
Yeah.
But yeah, I always liked traveling when I was playing and seeing new places. Like we would go out to LA and stuff like that. And for someone that was never out there, it was a cool thing to do. So I'm sure going to Canton, Ohio is going to be awesome because you got everything there.
Yeah.
When you do travel, what's your favorite thing to do when you travel for a game? If you have
So that's kind of something that's a little bit newer because like playing in D2 Westchester and the PSAC, like most of our stuff was in state. Like we played in Boston a couple of times, so that was like some of the most travel we did besides going out Western PA. So that's almost as far as the drive is going to Boston. So that's kind of new, like being on not a private plane, but a chartered flight. My first time last season, we flew up to Canton, Ohio for the playoff game. Like that was like eye opening. And these like all the dudes on my team that play these big D1 schools are like, you never did this before? Like, no, we don't do this in D2. You get on the bus and you drive wherever you gotta go, you know. So it's cool. I just like relaxing, man. Like it's traveling is all fun, but I just like to relax, get to where we're going, keep my mind on, just treat everything like a business trip. That's all that matters. Get on the plane, get on the bus to handle business at the end of the day. So keeping the main thing. Yeah.
So what were some of the takeaways that your coach kind of mentioned, like some of the positives and maybe some negatives about the team overall, but maybe let's just say the defense in general. What was your coach kind of preaching?
I mean, the positive thing is you come out the game with a victory. You know, what I mean, that's always the most important. No matter how many mistakes are made or how much stuff goes wrong, you come out the game with a victory. Special teams, we got to take a step. We kind of we know that coming out of that game, the guy returned a punt, returned 77 yards or something like that. So all it is just understanding the time and what's going on in the situation. Once you understand that, it helps everything out. So taking a step there, and then defensively, like they got into red zone a couple of times. We made our fair share of mistakes as well with alignment and with some things, but at the end of the day, we kept them out the end zone. We had a couple goal line stops, red zone stops, and forcing those field goals instead of allowing 6. So that's always going to be positive to take away. And I think they only got like a total of 160 or 170 total yards of offense. So you got to be thankful for that. That doesn't happen too much in pro football. So
Yeah, and it looked like you guys really held the run game in check. If anything, they were really just passing on a lot of third downs, getting a good 5-7 yard slant, getting that first. But you guys held the run game in check, though, for sure. Credit to your D line and obviously your linebackers for that as well.
yeah, those big boys up front are nothing to play with. There's some ballers for sure.
Yeah, good. Well,
Yeah. So have you even started looking at who is it next week? Houston?
Yeah, I'll look at some. So I looked at the film from last night and got to correct some of the mistakes from that. But I'll look at some Houston film tonight, and then as we get into the office, back into the facility tomorrow, we'll start seeing what Houston has to offer, what they're doing. I saw a little bit of their game on TV when they played, and they got a good run game. They have an athletic athletic quarterback. They have some good receivers and O line and tight ends that can block and do their thing. So I know from playing against them last year, they brought a lot of fire to the game, and they actually beat us to the last game of the regular season last year. So I'm not gonna say it's a revenge game because I don't really believe in that, but we got some things we got to correct and take care of and get handled at the end of the day. So we're gonna break that film down and get ready to handle some business again.
Well, with that being said, we wish you good luck every week, honestly, just because one, you're a friend of ours, and two, you come on the show and we chat, and it's good to hear an actual player in a league that not a lot of people like have gotten exposed to. I mean, everyone's always into the NFL, and then there was a little point of the XFL, but it seems like the USFL is actually becoming a bigger league. So one, it's great to have you on as always, and we wish you the best of luck as always, man. We'll be watching for sure.
I appreciate you guys, man.
Definitely. Well, from there, we're gonna cut it, and we shall talk soon.
All right, man. Appreciate y'all. Thank you.
All right, Jarey. Thank you, man.
Yes, sir.
B team, we're back. Episode 408, and we just had our boy Jarey Elder on, who USFL safety just got his first dub this year. Opening day victory against the Pittsburgh Maulers. Shout out to you guys. Great freaking game. Especially Jarey, too. They didn't throw his way. So.
Yeah, they literally did not want to throw his way.
Yep. So, good guy. Came on the show. This is his second time now. We're going to try and get him on more because he's that good of a dude.
I think we're going to try and get him on every single Monday and just 10-minute recap on the USFL. Talk about the team next week.
Yeah, we talked a little bit of the draft. Mentioned some NFL with him too.
Yep.
But yeah, no, I like that idea just to have him on, recap the game, and we could just kind of go through with him what his thoughts are. But now it's our time. And we're going to start, obviously, with the big news that happened today. We got Mr. Jalen Hurts gets paid. Paid.
Absolutely
$255 million. He's got 113 guaranteed. Fully guaranteed.
Something like that. Here, I can pull it up.
He got paid. Now, I'm going to ask, is this going to hurt them in the future? Or is this a respectable offer? What do you think, guys?
This is not going to hurt them in the future. I already know what Mueller's going to say about like the repeat Super Bowl guy. It's going to fuck him over for years. But I think that's not it. But I think it's going to be a good thing for them, man, because everyone's saying, the Eagles, they played absolutely nobody this year to get to the Super Bowl. It was the biggest cupcake run ever, and that's true. But that's what it's going to be next year and the years to come, because who is Jalen Hurts going to have to go through in the playoffs? Kirk Cousins, Jared Goff, Sam Darnold?
You said it.
I mean, they're going back to the Super Bowl next year.
We are all forgetting Dak Prescott, but I'm a massive Jalen Hurts fan. I mean, Roll Tide. I was cheering for him when he was behind Wentz because Wentz was god awful and I loved it and I hated Philly, and now it has bit me in the ass. And I mean, good for him. I'm proud of him. Dude got paid.
He got it, and he worked his ass off for that, and I agree. So now, I know this came up today, but what do you think about the Eagles' window now? Like, do you think their time is a little limited?
It's win now.
But for how long?
As long as Jalen Hurts is there. I'm man enough to say that Jalen Hurts is probably the
best QB in the NFC?
Second best quarterback in the NFC East. With bias.
With bias.
Yes.
Okay. I think he deserved the contract 100%. Yes. I think this is a 100% win now mode. They have to win it next year. Mm-hmm. They got to the Super Bowl last year. They got to get there this year. Yeah. Now,
they will.
They might not. Who knows? Are they going to lose some pieces? Yeah, they're going to lose some pieces after next year. They're going to lose Jason Kelce. The O-line's going to be aging a little bit, but who knows? They can still, if healthy, if Lane Johnson can come back and stay healthy again, he'll be fine. They're going to lose a lot of pieces. The defense is going to get expensive. I'm not worried about the offensive weapons at all. Like, A.J. Brown's there, Dallas Goedert, Devontae Smith. They'll be perfectly fine on the offensive weapon side. Defense is the only thing I'm a little bit worried about, just because, one, they lost a lot of pieces, and two, how is Howie going to afford them? But if he hits on all of his draft picks, like Jordan Davis, like the one that's going to be coming up, pick 10, I think they'll be just fine. Mm-hmm. But definitely something to watch. They should be favorites to win the NFC again.
Yeah, if they're not favorites, then Vegas is rigged, because they should be favorites. And you both know what I'm going to say about this. Why they won't get back to the Super Bowl this next year.
And why is that?
Because when you go to the Super Bowl for the first time and you lose, you ain't going back. But rules are meant to be broken. Could happen. But the whole contract situation with Jalen Hurts, and it looks like a lot of money now, they're going to restructure it. They're going to make it longer. They're going to make it less cap hitty. Mm-hmm. They're gonna make it look nice on paper. So I could see him there for the next 10 years. They're gonna drag this contract out. They're gonna do what the Cowboys just did with Dak, and the Eagles are gonna be great for the next 15 years, and I'm gonna want to die.
Now this is the thing.
And Buda Baker's gonna be an Eagle. Heard it here first.
That would be huge.
You heard it here first.
Now this is exactly what the Ravens should have did with Lamar. And We'll include the fact that Lamar did get injured, so that kind of held the Ravens back. But credit to Howie for paying him right away, knowing that this is the guy that's going to be their franchise quarterback for the next 10 years.
But, Mike, I have the stats up right now.
Go ahead.
The Ravens offered Lamar $250 million. All right, $5 million less, but $133 million guaranteed. That's $23 million more than Jalen Hurts. Why is Lamar turning this down? He's better than Jalen, yes. I will say he's better than Jalen. But Jalen Hurts just went to a Super Bowl last year, and they're offering you more money. Just sign with the Ravens.
Well, now
or go to the Jets.
This is on Lamar now. I mean, I don't know exactly when this contract was offered. It could have been back a couple months ago. It could have been recently after that Hurts contract. Who knows? But the ball is now in Lamar's court. Mm-hmm. He saw that contract. That was the first domino to fall in his world at the moment. Mm-hmm. Now, we know Burrow's going to get paid big time.
Air Bear.
We know Herbert's definitely going to get the bag too. Mm-hmm. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. Now, Gassi wants to take a little bit of time to kind of go through why the Jets should have gone to Lamar and should have went that route.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring a little visual aid up on the screen right now. I'm going to post a picture of Aaron Rodgers on the screen in a Jets uniform, in those ugly green Jets uniforms, those new ones.
Yeah, we should design them.
They're bad.
Continue.
Go back to the old ones.
We're going to take a look at what Rodgers looks like in those green uniforms with his 1930s chin strap.
Okay.
And now I'm going to bring up a picture of Lamar Jackson in a jet black,
I've
black
seen this.
New York Jets jersey. And
I've
you
seen this.
you tell me who you think looks better in a New York Jets uniform.
You know my answer.
One of them is 10.
You know my answer.
One of them is 10-7, and the other one's 17-0.
You know my answer. And we should have been on this for a while.
I think if Lamar Jackson was in New York, these jerseys would be looking a little bit better. That's all I have to say. They would. I mean,
still going to go up with Rodgers too.
If Lamar Jackson was on the New York Jets, he would be the biggest star in New York sports in forever.
Yep.
Forever. Fuck Patrick Ewing.
Yeah.
Fuck
Aaron
the
Judge.
entire Mets organization, their entire history.
So are we just saying that the Bronx aren't part of this?
Fuck Eli Manning.
So-
Lamar Jackson would be the biggest star in New York. On the New York Jets, who have never had a good quarterback. Lamar Jackson, a guy that epic, comes in, put him on this roster and have some fun. I mean, what the fuck?
Why do you think I wanted him so long, bro? We never had a guy like that. Mark Sanchez, sure. For 2 years?
Listen,
not even.
this is
bro,
what-
we've never had someone like that. Why do you think I was so freaking... He's available? Why are we not going for him? Why? Why are we not going for him? We haven't had a quarterback since I was not even a thought in my dad's head. Joe Namath, bro. I'm not even going to say what I was at that time in 1969, but dude, I was not on this earth. And I wasn't even a thought in anyone's head. No one knew of me, you, or him. Nobody. We should have went after Lamar for freaking... Ever since they found out the news he was not getting a contract and the freaking non-exclusive. Easy. You would just give him everything. You're going to make the money. You're going to make so much money off all these ticket sales, freaking beer that's $16. Why? And now look where we're at, bro. What? This is exactly what... Did I not say this shit was going to happen? We're going to have to wait. There's going to be consequences. We gave up Eli Moore. I'm okay with that. I want him traded anyways. I'm going to miss him, though. Now we're in this freaking game of chicken where we have to give up a first or maybe a guy for a year. This is all because Rodgers might not play 2 years now. You know that, right?
Yeah.
This is exactly why they can't get across to a deal. Because they don't know if he's going to play 2 years. If he came out and said on Pat McAfee's show, oh, I want to play for the New York Jets and I want to play for 2 years. We would not even be talking about this. He'd be our quarterback. This is exactly the drama I was talking about. Maybe I was right.
Let me take you guys back 2 months.
Poor Mueller has to sit here and listen
we
to
know
this
we
every
know
week.
we know what has been going on the
this-
pod for the past
It's
few
like-
months.
Yeah, but the people don't understand that like we show up 20 to 30 minutes before we usually record, and they don't understand that it's actually more heated before the show talking about it. Like it's insane, and it's the same circle we've been talking about for the since January and December. Ever since Zach Wilson. Oh God, that's not good for numbers. Actually, it might be good for numbers. Oh,
I don't know.
That'd be a dark web type number. But back to what I was saying. Ever since Zach Wilson went into New England and had that game.
Ever since you wore a Jets jersey.
Well, that too, but there was hope. But now it's like every week we just talk about the same circle of quarterbacks.
I feel for you.
Because Aaron Rodgers has commitment issues. He's proven it over and over again. He's like Taylor Swift of football. And now Lamar can't. He doesn't even know. I don't even know if he wants to play football.
Do you think he holds out?
If he holds out, he should just like. I don't know what to say because this whole situation makes no sense. How Lamar Jackson is still on the market makes no sense. You put him on the right team, you win a Super Bowl.
Yeah, I mean,
Put him in Dallas, Super Bowl.
I agree.
Put him on the Jets, AFC Championship.
I actually agree 100% with what you just said. And we're not even going to the Super Bowl. On Dallas, you're going to the Super Bowl.
Put him on the Rams last year, Super Bowl.
Put him on the Texans, 9-7.
Put him on Kansas
9-8.
City, Eagles don't score. Put him
So-
on Buffalo wins 3 straight.
yes,
Yep.
they do. And listen, we know where the Jets are at. Like, they've been looking for their long-term partner forever. None of their relationships were ever going to work out. It was always their fault, too. And finally, they just got out of this bad one with Zach Wilson. And fucking Aaron Rodgers is available, too. He's going through a breakup with Green Bay. And we said, you know what? This might not last long, but we're getting fucking married. We're going to get engaged to Aaron Rodgers. And now he's our fiance, right? And the marriage hasn't happened yet. And it's looking like it's a little rocky leading up to the wedding, right? Like Green Bay, they might not let it happen. Rodgers has got he's got some people on his side that don't want to see it happen. So things are getting rocky before the marriage even happens. But now there's this other guy, Lamar, who's single. And we're like, fuck, did we fuck up? Did we put a ring on it too early with this old ass Rodgers? And now Lamar is single. We have our fucking chance finally. And we're not going to do it because we're engaged to Rodgers.
You know that meme?
It was the verbal
Do you know that meme when the guy looks back and the girl's like,
that was the
"And it's
verbal
Lamar?"
meme. Yeah.
That's exactly what's happening right now. And I'm telling you, this is essentially like we're marrying a stripper right now. Rodgers is the stripper. You fall in love the first time you go to the strip club.
We know this marriage. Everybody knows this marriage is not going to work. It's not going to last very long, but we will have our fun. But now this other guy, Lamar, is available. It's the right time. The Jets could go get with Lamar, ride off into the fucking sunset.
But it's bad faith.
But now we're committed. Now we're committed to Rodgers. Why? Woody Johnson, why? Why, dude? The deal's not going through. Why aren't we at least picking up the phone for fucking Lamar?
Thank you.
The bad man was gone. Zach Wilson was gone a month ago. And now we're sitting here in the same situation. The bad man is back. Zach Wilson is currently your starting quarterback of the New York Jets.
Now, it could have went two ways now because, again, this was all Woody. And I know we're talking about it again and again, but who knows? We could have went to Carr, but knowing Joe Douglas, we might have just waited it out. Who knows?
You do understand that this is setting up for a Carson Wentz return to New York.
This is setting up for a Ryan Tannehill return to New York.
Oh, that could happen too. Or Matt Fitzpatrick. No, that's a golfer. Ryan Fitzpatrick. Sorry, Matt Fitzpatrick. Actually, he just won.
Who?
Matthew Fitzpatrick.
And then you said Ryan Fitzpatrick. You mean Matthew Stafford?
No, I meant Fitzmagic.
Dude, I'll tell you what. When Fitzmagic was on the Jets, it was a really fun year.
Yeah.
But pain.
It's a shame he plays for the Breakers.
It's a shame that now if we don't get Rodgers, we're going to have to resort to Matthew Stafford and Ryan Tannehill.
Or Baker Mayfield.
And it's so funny because I think I mentioned this. What if we don't get any of these guys? This was before Carr got signed, Rodgers was officially done, and Lamar was actually done.
Why don't you guys just go get Trey Lance and his receding hairline?
Zach Wilson 2.0.
That's bad. That's stress. That is stress, bro. That just doesn't happen overnight.
It wasn't even a nice one. Like, it was bad. Like, it gave me pain. It looked like he got, like, a really fucked up haircut.
It looked like he got a haircut and someone just got stung by a bee and ah!
The Greens crew went too close to the collar.
Yeah. And someone just said...
They fucking scalped him.
They did. Hey, listen, he was always a bust. Gassy, you were on this too. He was always a bust.
Dude, everyone's talking about how the Jets fucked up not taking Justin Fields. How about San Fran giving up all those firsts for Trey Lance over Justin Fields? How do you fucking do that?
So they were saying that their goal in mind was to actually take Mac Jones. But towards that pick,
could you guys go get Mac Jones?
They switched. Dude, I'd take Mac over Zach any day. I'm sorry.
Dude, the Trey Lance over Justin Fields pick was so absurd. Like, looking back on it, it makes zero sense. Like, Trey Lance played on a smaller school than Zach Wilson. You have Justin Fields, who was a guy, he was the number 2 ranked prospect behind Trevor Lawrence,
and beat him in
coming out of high school, and then goes to Georgia. Justin Fields was a Georgia quarterback. He knew he wasn't going to start over Stetson, so he left and downgraded to Ohio State. Ohio State was a downgrade for him. He was playing below his talent level. He could have been a Georgia quarterback. He could have been anywhere. But he went to Ohio State, tore it up. You know, he showed what he was made of postseason against fucking, who was it? Clemson, against Trevor that one game.
Trevor, we watched that.
We watched it happen, and they take Trey Lance for what, dude?
We take Zach?
This is what I don't understand this. Everyone is so heavy on the combine and stuff. That's not football. There's certain positions, like we were saying,
and pro
that
days.
you could look at it in pro days. Like, why are we getting all hyped up on some of these guys that had multiple interception games? Let's look at the guys that are actual football players that are good at their position.
And I don't think people actually take this into account. Throwing, even if it's at a freaking pro day, I was thinking about this today. All these quarterbacks that do pro days and all that should dress up in full gear. Because throwing with a helmet on, where your vision is slight, your shoulder pads, which kind of screws up your throwing motion, doesn't screw it up, but it changes it. They should throw with pads and a helmet on and just full gear in a pro day.
Yeah, but Mike, they did that for the last how many months? 8 months?
No.
Why can't we just go watch the film?
That too.
We
And
can
that's on
see-
scouting.
Just go watch the film. You can see if the guy's playing against a bunch of high school kids or a bunch of college kids that are getting ready to go to the pros.
And I know we disagreed on that too, because I was always a firm believer on it really depends and it actually matters on the competition you play in college. I still actually believe that.
Yes.
There's only a couple of outliers like Josh Allen and probably a couple other guys, but it's definitely a big aspect of a quarterback's play. Now, Zach Wilson is the reason that everyone started believing in pro days. I'm completely convinced. All Jets fans were obviously sold. They were sold
There you
on
go.
Zach
That's the
Wilson.
word.
You're scarred by that pro day.
Scarred. And I can envision that one throw he made.
We
rolling
all
out
know
to
the throw.
left band.
Yeah.
Like,
Scarred.
you took a kid from BYU. They're not even allowed to drink there.
I didn't take that kid. Joe Douglas took that kid.
Well, I mean, are you on the team or no?
I'm not on the team. I just root for the team.
Okay.
It's like saying, "Oh, we snapped."
I'm on the Cowboys.
You're always on the Cowboys.
Speaking of, I bought Manchester United today.
Stock?
Yeah, I own them. But continue.
Yeah. I mean, that's. I don't want to get into the Jets like crazy, but here we are, and now
Here we fucking are.
where draft day is coming up. And again, last week I said that a deal should be done by draft day. Are we going to be happy? Yes, but this goes to your analogy about this marriage right here.
And we're absolutely fucking stupid for not picking up the phone on Lamar Jackson. We're dumb. And we're not going to get him. We all know we're not going to get him.
like they're trying.
If we don't get Rodgers, they need to call Baltimore and do whatever it takes to get that motherfucker. What do we do if we don't get Rodgers? What do we fucking do? Don't trade up in the fucking draft.
No.
You call up Baltimore and you get that guy.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see. The draft is coming up. Aaron Rodgers ain't going anywhere.
Probably
If he
until
doesn't-
draft night at
if
least.
he doesn't commit to you guys on draft night, I think you watch the draft and see where quarterbacks fall.
Again, it's not the.
But it has to be the right guy.
It's not the commitment from Aaron. Now, this is going to be scary because day 2, and we have our 2 second-round picks, and we take people that red flag, big red flag, because we just gave up Eli for a second, which obviously they're trying to get to get Aaron.
And that's why I said it's a red flag with the Ravens, because the Ravens are thinking about getting a quarterback. I saw in the draft.
Yeah, if
they're
they
looking
trade
at
up
getting
and
a
get
quarterback,
one, there is absolutely no reason we
Lamar's-
don't make a call.
yeah, Lamar's not going there. Like, you wouldn't draft a quarterback if Lamar was staying, because you have Huntley, right? He's still there.
Tyler Huntley, beast, Pro Bowler.
Yeah, made it on his own merit.
Okay, good. I like it. That was a good conversation. Let's shy away. I'm scared.
You sure you're done?
I'm done because we have. I want you to watch that video of D Hop.
Oh.
So D Hop had a little video where he used personal body language to decide if he would like to go to a certain team or not. There was 4 teams. You had the Bills, you had the Jets, you had the Chiefs, and
New England.
Well,
New
this
England?
is
I think it was New
Yeah, I
England.
think it was. You're right.
all right, but this is dumb because I'm just looking at the teams listed here. I haven't watched the video yet. I don't know. I'm covering up his face and everything right now. Why? Like, the Patriots might not have a quarterback because
Very odd team to throw in there. Baltimore
Yeah.
should have been thrown
Plus,
in there.
they don't even allow Mac Jones to throw the ball, which is why he's pissed at them. The
I-
Jets don't have a quarterback right now. I mean, they do, but why would you want to play with him? The Bills have Josh Allen, and Kansas City has Patrick Mahomes. So obviously, I know why he's choosing which teams.
So watch the video. Show the camera.
I want your body language or your facial expression to determine, like, ooh, would I like that spot if the Cardinals want to trade you? First destination. We're going to go with the New England Patriots. All right? Second destination, we're going to go with the Buffalo Bills. Third destination, we're going to go with the New York Jets. Last destination.
Time out. He had a smile. There was a smile. So it was one of those like, if A-Rod showed up or Lamar showed up, I would want to play. Like, you know what I mean? The Patriots one, he looked legitimately pissed that they were on the list.
Good find. I didn't see that.
Like, he had a little something there. It wasn't all bad. I just want to see we know what this one's going to be. Like, yeah, of course.
Of course.
Just like that's crazy that he agreed to do that and that they actually did that. But interesting.
Do you think he can still play an elite level for the next couple of years?
If he goes to the Bills, because he has Stephon Diggs there too.
Yeah,
So,
for 2-3 years, yeah.
I had this...
And Dalton Knox, right? He's still there.
Yeah, Dawson Knox. I had this conversation with Carlo saying that usually receivers age from like 32 to 34. There are some that kind of keep it going. They can still produce at that level. And then there are some that kind of just fall off. Yeah. I don't want to throw in Julio because we know how elite Julio was.
His was injuries though too.
For sure. I mean, it definitely still plays a factor. But once he went to Tampa Bay, I mean, he probably had like 2-3 touchdowns that whole tenure there.
Yeah, in those games he popped off.
Mm-hmm. Like Odell.
Crazy.
Odell is another example now. I mean, he's 32 now, coming off 2 knee repairs. I mean, what's going to happen? Are we going to see a downfall of him? Or are we going to see him produce again? I don't expect much from him, to be honest.
Am I crazy for thinking that if the Ravens had gone and gotten D-Hop, Lamar would already have signed back with them?
No, not at all.
But they went and got OBJ, and he's like, all right, you got me some old. You basically,
Yeah,
what do they call Kyrie?
Diva?
No, Uncle.
It's on the tip of my tongue.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes. Uncle Drew.
Uncle Drew. They basically went and got on the Uncle Drew of football. Like, what is he supposed to do? They're like, yeah, every now and then he can pull something out, but he's going to break his back eventually, not be able to play. So it's like that's what they got him. They didn't get him anything. They told him they were going to go get him a Ferrari, and they came back with, like, my old Tucson that was burning oil and breaking down.
They came back with a Toyota Camry.
Yeah. They went and got him a little Beetle.
Ravens fans, let me know what you think, by the way.
Yeah, and that goes back to the whole relationship thing. Like Lamar said, it's over. He doesn't want to be with them anymore. And now all of a sudden they want to get their act together and act like they're going to go out and get him fucking little half-ass attempt to please him. Go get Odell for $18 million a year. It's going to do nothing.
On the title card, can we set it up like it's the Bachelor intro with like A-Rod and Lamar and stuff?
A little love triangle, maybe.
Yeah, that would be fantastic. Just have Mike right in the middle of it.
Even throw Derek Carr in there.
Yeah, just
Derek
in the
Carr
back
will be the
corner.
preacher.
Back corner, really faded. Derek Carr.
Just crying in the front row.
Derek Carr.
The one crying in it.
Yeah, so is Derek Carr.
Derek Carr, the Christian who was looking for the long-term relationship, and Jets had to say no.
Even brought him
Jets
to a
only
place
for
in
a few
Jersey.
years.
Well, I just hope that we figure this out, number one, and let's just go win, dude. Because the division is up for grabs, in my opinion. And I hate that some episodes we just dive into the Jets deeply, but there's a reason. Because I don't think we've been in this situation in a very long time.
Well, the other thing is, like, that's the only thing that's happening in the NFL right now. Everyone else has gotten their business done. You guys are the only ones that can't seem to do anything besides sign Lazard.
Good signing.
You signed all of his friends, and then you didn't you just bring in his backup quarterback or something?
Tim Boyle, yep.
And he still won't commit to you. It's crazy.
We built.
Just took this girl to a 5-star restaurant, took her to your private island, gave her a jet.
Oh, Molly.
And we got a kiss on the cheek.
And all you got was you're my best friend. You're my best friend and a kiss on the cheek.
You're such a sweet guy.
We
you're
built
my
her.
best friend.
We built her a white picket fence in the backyard for her dog.
She didn't come in.
I just can't wait till all this is over. I can't wait. Yeah. I don't know if I want to. Do we want to talk about the draft?
We should save it. We can get into it a little bit, maybe if you guys want. But like, we're gonna have that draft special coming up.
Do you want me to run down some of these news things real
Sure.
quick?
I was going to say one thing about the draft. Don't be shocked if Hendon Hooker drops in the first round or falls into the first round. I think there's going to be some team that kind of sneaks up and actually drafts him. I don't know. I got a weird feeling. Maybe Tennessee, bro. Maybe they sit back there and wait for him. Tennessee?
I don't know, man. Maybe.
Stop.
So today I saw a report about Hendon Hooker actually saying that a lot of NFL execs don't think he's going to make it out of the first round, and Washington may have their eyes on him.
Dude,
I think it would be a steal. Whoever gets him, it's going to be a steal.
Washington's going to be so good if they get him next year.
Bro, they got Sam
They're
Howell.
going to be so good. Dude, Sam Howell lit up our third string defense.
I want them to win.
Jalen
so
Hurts
badly.
couldn't do that.
I want the Commanders to win so badly. They just have been through so much.
Are you
I
going to
know
throw
they're
money
paying.
on them again?
No, I won't. And that was a really bad bet.
That was so bad. I told you the day you made it.
That was maybe the worst pick on the history of the show.
Terrible.
Hey, they did beat the Birds.
Usually you get one of us to agree with your picks. Both of us looked at each other and laughed at
And
you.
Chase Young was out for the whole year, I'm pretty sure. And that's a big piece.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure you made the bet after he got injured.
Oh, no, I
He
made that.
never came back.
I made that way early in the year.
Yeah, but he was injured coming into the year, wasn't he?
No, it wasn't.
Are we sure?
Yes.
I don't think he was fully healthy.
Well, I took a risk anyways.
All right.
But, oh, yeah, I actually can't wait for the Mortal Locks to be back, by the way.
Oh, it's gonna be so
I'm
good.
hyped. Now, how do we want to do the record? Do we want to just reset it and just start
I
0-0
say we
again?
reset it,
But we could we
We
can
keep a
continue the
lifetime
total-
record,
Yeah, I
but
like that.
we season record is what we go by.
Gotcha. And we should just keep doing like crazy picks. You could do your tie.
Dude, one of these years I'm gonna get it.
You are gonna get it.
See, I used to say one of these weeks I would get it. Now I'm down to years. It's not even months. It's like
one of these
it got
seasons.
so
Let's say
sad.
seasons. That sounds better.
But dude, like I was picking them, and it
But
was
you
like the
got
game
close.
right after them was going to overtime. Like
You'll get there, bro.
I was getting hosed last year.
I'm excited. So next week, by the way, we're gonna do a top 10 pick mock draft. Gassy, Muller, and myself, we will do that. What we're gonna do is we're gonna have you guys.
Yeah, continue.
We're gonna have you guys call in. We would like you to also do a mock draft, or maybe just shit on one of our mock drafts. So call in. We'll put a number in, and if anything, we'll give you a shout out. We'll do something to get your name on our pod as well.
All right. Yeah, that would be fun.
That will be fun.
That would be fun.
That will be fun. And then we can put some polls thinking who's got the best mock draft. We can include trades.
I was gonna ask that.
Yeah, we can include
I'm
trades.
trading every pick.
Fine.
I'm just kidding. But yeah, speaking of trades, that we're all on the same page here. Texans are open to listening for calls for the number 2 pick. So the Jets could trade up.
Is that true? Is that a smoke screen?
I'm on NFL.com right now. And it says it right here. And it's in quotes, which means the GM definitely said it.
Caleb
That
Williams?
could be a smoke screen, though.
Caleb Williams.
Caleb Williams?
Oh, fuck.
Dude.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get you guys down this rabbit hole.
Yeah, I mean, we can't even go down that rabbit
not
hole.
do
It's
that.
too
Let's not
dark.
do that.
It's
Let's
too
not do
dark.
that.
The Lamar rabbit hole is dark enough.
What else you got? What other
Um,
things that we could possibly maybe bullshit about?
All right, I'm going to give you a couple things here, and then we can just decide if we want to talk about them or not. Because we also have the NBA playoffs tonight.
Oh, yeah, we got to hurry up with this.
Bryce Young cancels remaining pre-draft visits.
He's locked.
Stafford is no longer a human jug machine. That was said by someone there, which, I mean, we all knew that.
Bryce the Panthers is locked.
I just said the Texans thing. And Mahomes updates his ankle to the media saying, I wouldn't say I'm 100%.
Okay, you're in no rush, bro. You're fine.
Yeah.
You'll be 100%
It's just
by OTAs.
that's a long time
Yeah, he's fine.
that he's had an ankle injury.
He's fine.
Oh, Brock Purdy said he may not play at all this year.
Oh, yeah, get me into it.
No, that's
Reel
smart.
me back in.
No, that's smart. You want to know why? Because if he comes back and he's not healthy, no one's paying that guy. But right now, everyone looks at him, they're like, yo, that's the guy that got them to like the NFC Championship, you know what I mean? Or actually, he didn't get there, did he? Yeah, he got there.
The
He got
defense
there.
got him
He got there.
So, yeah, right now, he's the 4th best quarterback in the league.
Sam
He has
Darnold.
never
on
lost.
paper.
He's never
He's
lost.
never lost. That game didn't count. He's never lost a game he didn't finish.
Give him 60 mil.
Sam Darnold is going to take that team to the playoffs.
Yes.
That's my hot take.
Sam Darnold's going to take that team to the playoffs.
One day
He might even be the most improved player. I might throw a bet on it. I have that much faith in Sam Darnold. I'm still a Sam believer.
Where was his faith when he played for you guys?
Listen, you want to bring up the team that he was on?
No, I was here for it.
Don't let me get deep.
It was the same BS that we're doing with Aaron Rodgers.
There was a man named Adam Gase
Don't do that.
in New York at the time.
That was a
Cut to the video of the what is it?
That's my dynasty
The
picture, by
bagpipes.
the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, the bagpipes.
Yeah.
That was so rough. That was one of the worst years of my life. I swear to God. Well, it was 2020. We were locked in a house, and I had to be locked in a house watching that team play football. Bro, you got to be kidding me. I would have rather just stared at the wall than watched that game. Any game that they played. When they beat the Rams, and by the way, stop. By the way, we released Braden Mann, who actually helped not tank our season in order to get Zach Wilson. We released him. He's gone. That's all I got. I'm not going to get deep in the rabbit hole. I'm sorry. I just haven't ranted about the Jets.
It's not your fault. It's just embarrassing.
Yeah, imagine being a fan, Muller.
Yeah, I don't have to deal with that stuff because you know what? When
Listen,
my team
Muller.
was tanking to get good, we actually did it. Sam Hinkie got us to the
Muller.
promised land. We're going to beat the shit out of your Nets tonight again.
Oh, yeah, no. Okay, by the way,
That's a sweep in the making.
that's a sweep. I'm rooting for
I love my Clippers.
you guys. I'm rooting for the Knicks, Clippers, Bucks. And I'm going to throw the Kings in there, too. I just have two futures on the Bucks and Clippers, by the way.
Bucks are in trouble, dude.
Big trouble.
Big
So their
trouble.
odds dropped from 1,200,
Yeah.
minus 1,200 to minus like 125.
Yeah, they actually
Or
dropped
230.
way out of the running for the NBA championship after that injury.
I'm on the Clippers. I have a future in, and it's to win a decent chunk of money. So I'm rocking with them. If that does not hit, I'm rooting for the Sixers / Knicks. Knicks would probably be my one.
Do you think the Warriors are in trouble?
Not at all. They're the Warriors.
I know, but the Kings they're one of the best. I think they're a top 2 offense, but their defense is the worst in the playoffs. They're like 26 or something, and no one's ever seen not a Kings team, but a team with that bad of a defense make it through the playoffs to the finals.
Game 2
But-
is very important
But
right
if
now.
they can just outscore the Warriors, because it's not like the Warriors play great defense.
They did not. Now, if they can win Game 2
Tonight
against
at
the
10
Kings
o'clock.
tonight, going to Golden State and that atmosphere playoff time,
Yeah.
good luck,
yeah.
Sacramento.
They're young though, dude.
I know that. I like Sacramento a lot.
Young
But
kids
you got to
like
remember
that.
the Warriors and their veteran experience. This is the first time the Kings have been there.
Yeah.
In Golden State, taking 2 games, taking even 1 game, I think it could do it. But it's going to be hard.
Speaking of taking 1 game, do you think the Hawks even sniff a game?
No.
Dude, I'm just looking at it. They're 17-24 on the road this year.
Yeah, no, they might get swept.
They ended the season 41-41.
They might
17-24.
They might take 1 game because Vegas probably has so much money on, or they just have a lot of money coming in on Celtics to sweep. So it might be like a 4-1
They'll throw one.
series.
Yeah.
But
The Knicks.
now, wait, let's talk about this. That's a really good series. That might go to 6 or 7.
The Knicks Cavs.
Yes.
I could see it going 7.
I think the Cavs.
Easily.
I think the Cavs take it tonight. However,
I'm cheering for the Knicks too, by the way.
Celtics Sixers. Is that a scary matchup for you? Because I think that's a scary matchup for the Sixers.
I mean, I'm not gonna hide. The Celtics are our daddy at the moment. We're getting breastfed by them, and it's gotten ugly in the past. In the bubble, it was very ugly.
even in the regular
But
season, they were.
This is a different team this year, though. James Harden is so back. He's Hall of Fame James Harden right now.
He is.
And then Joel Embiid is the MVP.
He is.
We all know that. And
Tyrese
then
Maxey,
Tobias
Tobias Harris.
Maxey. I mean, not the biggest Tobias Harris fan, but he played really well in Game 1. If he can continue that, he already used his best game of the series, so
Now he just doesn't.
I'm kind of
be who Tobias usually.
yeah,
is.
I'm kind of happy about that it came early, because now it'll give us maybe like a week to cool them off and get hot again for Celtics game. So that'll be good for one of them. I mean, PJ Tucker, for how annoying it was to watch him this whole season,
Comes around playoff time.
bro.
Played good.
for great defense.
Played really good.
What do you think about the Lakers? What do you think happens? Do you think they take that series?
This might be the most hateable Lakers team of all time, and that's insane to say.
Are you a AR-15 fan?
Yes.
Me too.
Yeah. White basketball success.
Yeah,
remember
no.
that page?
No, but AD,
In high school is huge.
AD, I'm tired of his bullshit. They should have traded him once he threw a 30-point game down.
Well, yeah.
Even though he's still doing all right, but you know he's gonna get injured.
He's gonna get injured. It's gonna happen. Just like Giancarlo Stanton. It was only a matter of time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, we're not getting into that right now. We'll
Okay,
get into it at a
okay.
different time. It's a long season ahead of us. I'm sure there'll be many more times he gets injured.
He'll be back to home.
Garrett Cole for Cy Young. But John Morant trying to dunk over AD and then like snapping his wrist in half. I mean, the dude's 7 foot and he's just a brick wall. Why do we have to do this, Ja? Your team's in a great position to actually make some noise in these playoffs because I don't think the Nuggets are all that. The Nuggets, didn't they? They lost the other night, no? Or did they pull off the win?
No, they won.
They won. Yes, they did. But I don't think the Nuggets are all that. The Grizzlies could make some noise if they just get their shit together and Ja stops trying to dunk over top of everyone and injuring himself.
Do you see Tyler Harrow broke his hand and then shot a 3 and made it?
Yeah, but
I think
he
it was
airballed,
the airball.
bro.
Okay,
He
it wasn't
barely
airball.
made it to the hoop.
That's rough.
It's actually kind of
so
funny.
3 big injuries. Oh yeah, funny. Wait, did you see 2 players on a team in China? 2 ex-NBA players. Oh my god. Why can't I think of his name? Not Eric Gordon. What is his name?
Aaron Gordon? He plays
No.
in the NBA still.
I can't think of it, but they got caught fixing a match in China.
Oh, nice. Good for them. How'd that happen?
I don't know.
Like, honestly, if you're gonna fix a game, just go to Rucker Park, fix a game. You're more likely to be able to fix a game there than you would in China because when you go to China as an ex-NBA player, you're expected to be great. The moment that you aren't even good, I mean, it's gonna raise eyebrows. If you're only getting 10 points a game and you're breaking everything, obviously you're fixing the game. And you're in China, and they don't really like us right now. So I'm pretty sure. I don't even know what's going on with that.
Last question, and then we'll probably call it. Do you think the Clippers actually beat the Suns this series?
No.
No?
No.
I think they have a shot, dude.
No, me too.
And if they do, Paul George possibly is going to come back. So maybe they're playing their hearts out right now so PG can come back and beat PG.
Hey, he's a team player.
Team player. He's not a solo guy.
But if he's not playing, I can't see them beating a team that has a 4-headed spear coming at you. So that's my stance on it.
Well, with that being said, good episode. Do you guys have any final thoughts?
Nope.
Last words?
Nope.
All right. Well, great episode, actually.
Yep.
Great interview. Listen to that.
Go Breakers.
Go Breakers. We are officially, we said back in the day when we started the pod, we are a Suns podcast. No, we never were.
No, we're Breakers.
We are a Breakers podcast.
Breakers. Different sport, but same goal.
Exactly. So check us out next week. Have your mocks ready. Top 10 picks. Call in. Let's have some fun. We're out of here.
Yep.